All right, hello everybody. Today we are going to be going over the CMEG Sterling Pro. This is version 12.11. Some of the pros and cons about this software and through the broker itself. I have a few pros and cons that are broker related. I also have a few pros and cons that are specifically software related with this Sterling Pro platform. I started this account back in April of 2021, so I've been sitting with it here for just about 6 months now. What I'll say, about 6 months towards the end of October right now. Just funded it just before April. Started with $2,000. I've been trading in it on and off. I'm coming over from the Thinkorswim platform where I have my main account. Haven't took a whole bunch of trades in this yet. I've been using the software mainly for some of my swing trades right now, which is really not what it's built for. As you can see up here in this right-hand corner, I'm holding Hydrofarm and Immunome, and that's basically been kind of just seeing how it goes, moving around that position and out. But we can jump right into it. Some good things about the Sterling Pro platform is it's very customizable. You can customize layouts. You have a lot of quick order entry options up here, so you can customize all your hot buttons, hotkeys, move around any types of these charts. You can add and move charts, change time frames pretty quick. It also does allow you to short and locate shorts. I know that most of the free brokers there, sometimes it's hard to find some easy to borrow stocks. How I have mine set up is I have my 5-minute chart over here on the left. Kind of over here on the right, I have the 1-minute chart. I have my time and sales and my level 2 sitting right next to each other. Just above that, I have the current open order positions that I am in. So you can see symbol name here, position, the last ticker price that has gone through, the average price on the stock, your unrealized profit loss, realized profit loss, the total P&L. Ideally, this would be rolling over the course of more than one day. How CMEG works is every night it kind of resets these statistics. So if you're trading in and out of something for day trading, these help because you can see your total profit loss if you have lost something earlier in the day and trying to gain it back. This is just the position percent change from your average order. The value if you sold your current position, and then any fees associated with current trades. Down here I have the Qs, the SPY. This window right here is every trade that I've taken for the day. So right now it's Sunday and the markets aren't open. I haven't made any trades in this account today. But you can see if I was to get in and out of Facebook, while I'm in Facebook, it'll pop up here and I can see all my information. As soon as I close out, it will no longer be on this upper right hand information bar up here, but it will be in a white color down here, and I can look back and see how I did on it. And I have my daily charts here. These are very easy to just open full screen, zoom out, draw whatever kind of macro trend lines you want to draw, and then you can just minimize it right back down into that area. Over here, I have the executions for the day, all my orders that have gone through for the day, including canceled and replaced orders. And then right here is just open orders, and it's very close to my level 2 and order entry window, so I can cancel them. I also have some hotkeys set up for canceling those. And then on my other screen, I do have a dual screen setup, and this is the other screen, and this is where I basically just have 5-minute charts, multiple of them up, and can easily click a chart, and it will update the main chart over here. And so if I just went over and wanted to click on UVXY, it'll refresh all these charts. So makes it pretty easy, pretty quick to move around, keep an eye on a bunch of stocks. Some good things about CMEG as a broker is that it's an offshore account, which gets people, an offshore broker, which gets some people a little bit worried. They have been around for a while. They require just a minimum $500 account balance, and with that, they do give you quite a bit of leverage. I believe, and I think it's 2 to 1 leverage at the $500 mark. Um, as far as some downsides for CMEG and kind of the Sterling Trader Pro, CMEG does charge a commission. It's kind of the pay to play kind of thing. This gives you lightning fast access to the market. Is pretty much as soon as you hit a buy or sell order, as long as there's buys and sells lined up, it's pretty instantaneous. So it's quick to jump in and jump out of trades. There's not that 4 second delay that you get on, say, like Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade's platform. So it's $2.95 commission per order. That is both buy and sell, and then there are some smaller fees as far as like ECN fees and routing fees, and you can change different types of routing through your level 2 over here, your time in force and all that. It's pretty quick, but they do charge you a little bit. The other downside that I believe more with CMEG is they do charge you a $60 wiring fee. Anytime you really wire money anywhere, it is going to cost you. So there's a good chance that your bank will charge you to wire money, and then they charge, CMEG charges a landing fee of $60. So when you're trying to fund your account for the first time, try to take that into account. You're going to want to fund it with probably an extra $200 or $300 just to cover all the fees. And then you will get a $125 a month platform fee as well. And that kind of changes depending on which platform you choose to use. Like I said, I'm using the Sterling Pro platform. They also have the DOS Trader platform. I believe that might be a little bit cheaper. I believe that's $99 a month. Now, the $125, that does include all your data. It is every month. And if you trade, I believe, more than $400 worth of commissions, they do give you a rebate on the platform. Now, it doesn't include news. That's the one downside on this, is if you want to get your news, they do have news windows, and we'll see if I can find it. Here it is. They do have news windows, but as you can see, the news isn't populating. It'd be very easy to go out and get a subscription service or link up to websites that provide stock news for you, and they'll pop up all right here. CMEG does not provide news with their $125 a month. As far as the Sterling platform goes, some of the downsides to these is it's difficult to kind of get used to. So I've set it up to use my scroll bar as zooming. I'm sorry, my scroll wheel is zooming. I wish that there was a way to extend the chart to the right a few bars so you can see, just kind of have a little bit of space over here to the right of the last trade that's gone through, or the last 1 minute bar that's gone through. The other thing that I dislike about the Sterling platform is to draw a trend line. They used to, a few years ago, they used to have a small little box up here that had a bunch of little tools on them that you could click, draw your trend line. But now you either have to come into chart, down to line study, and choose either whatever type of trend line that you want, if it's horizontal, vertical, or just an actual trend line. And that brings me into the second thing that I dislike about the chart itself is you can draw and stretch out this trend line, and from candle to candle, it draws very well. It will hold there. They're nice anti-alias lines. But if you wanted to do a continuing line, and see if I can grab this here. If you wanted to do a continuing line and place it out to the right, see how it just snaps back. It snaps back to the candle. So if you wanted to do like a long-term trend, if you were on a daily chart and want to do a long-term trend, very difficult to get in front of the last candle without it snapping back like that. It makes for a little bit of frustrating time trying to draw wedges and speed lines and platforms and stuff like that. The trendline button is difficult to get to, and it doesn't link between charts. So you can have your charts here linked with these colors up in the top right-hand corner of each chart. You can link it to yellow, which I have here. That'll link it to your level 2. However, if I draw a trend line on this 1 minute chart, it does not come over to this 5 minute chart. Some people prefer that. I wish that there was an option that you could check mark a box and have the option to have that across all linked charts. And if I wanted to do like a 5 minute trend line on this, for instance, I'd have to come over to the 5 minute chart on this. So I'll now have two 5 minute charts up. I would need to draw a trend line from the selection. I can come over here, draw a trend line from here to here. It'll stick up nicely, and then I'll come back to the 1 minute chart. And as you can see, that trend line is now still there. Otherwise, these charts are pretty useful. They come pretty bare. You do have to set it up a little bit on how you would like to use it. The volume has to be added. All the moving averages has to be added. That's pretty standard across most brokers. Um, but otherwise, it's a pretty decent chart. It's quick. It's easy to read. As far as I can tell, all the EMAs are accurate. All the studies are accurate. I've never had any lagging problems. I've definitely never had any lagging problems in the time and sales or level 2 area, especially the order entry. If I come into settings, you can see some of the hotkeys that I have. Just buy 10, buy 30, buy 50, buy 100, 200, ask market, all these short covers and everything like that. There should be an option to be able to change some of these blue levels. I'm sorry, these blue hotkeys. I wish that there was a hotkey that I could use to have my trend line or my horizontal or vertical lines, my levels, that I could just press a button and be able to use that drawing tool right away. Let's see, what else? As far as some of the fees go, I'll see if I can pull up this the CMEG website here, and we'll kind of show you some of these fees. As you can see, the active 295 ticket for an active trader, the standard is $0 per trade, but as I understand it now, they are no longer doing standard accounts. So they are phasing that out. So anybody who signs up from this point forward is pretty much going to be in an active account type of trade. Like I said, that's the $2.95 per order entry. So $35 for the DOS Trader Pro. This is all for the default market data that does not include news. $26 for the Sterling and $40 for Tachyon. Inactivity is kind of it's nice that they have the option here. They don't consider you inactive yourself. You do have to email them, ask to go inactive, ask them to suspend your account or whatever you want to do with it. But it's $50 per 90 days. It's actually pretty decent to be able to log back on without getting charged $125 a month. So the $50 per 90 days is a pretty nice option if you want to keep this and you're going away for vacation. The broker assisted trades $25. Like I said before, the wiring fees are $60. If you wanted to switch from, say, Sterling Pro to the DOS Trader, that's going to cost you $100. It's a little bit steep for me, especially since you are paying them commissions all the time. I get it that it's not easy for them to move you from account to account. They don't want people jumping back and forth all the time. $100 seems a little bit expensive to me. Locate's $25 a locate. You can hold 0.5%. I'm sorry, you get charged 0.5% of your position market value if you're holding a short overnight. And then here comes into the platform fees. Like I was saying earlier, it's $90 for the DOS Trader Pro. That's per month, plus your $35 for the default market data. Sterling Pro is the $99 a month plus the data. Here's just some margin calls. You can see it's $25 if you get a margin call. Here's some of the percent interest rates right now. The annual percentage rate for holding margin. This is overnight. Kind of applies to me right now. I'm not holding huge positions very long term, probably about 4 to 5 days at a time. But you can see some of the percentage rates here depending on the position value. Let's see. So there's some of the fees, the SEC fees. That is per share held. So and then here's some of the routing fees through their ECN specifics if you wanted to go with a specific market maker. We come over to the platforms. You can see their account's not super up to date at this time. Some of their stuff is just inaccurate. I know that at some point, the Sterling Trader Pro had the option. You can see there's a mobile phone here. They had the option for an app, and it's still up on the App Store and the Google Play Store. Through CMEG, you do not get access to that app. That is, I'm assuming some way that they've cut the savings. They've started saving money to get you on a platform, so they can make the fees less expensive and more valuable. Make it easier for you to come in and start trading. Again, they show the cell phone, and that's not an accurate representation. They do no longer do mobile trading support. Here's a platform fee rebate for generating $499 a month in commissions. A couple system requirements down here. It's pretty basic. Most computers these days, if you have a relatively up-to-date computer, can handle this no problem. And that is another thing that I like about the Sterling Trader is the platform itself uses very little data, very little hardware resources on your computer, so you can trade on something that's just a standard run-of-the-mill laptop. If you want to, you can hook up other monitors if you wanted to extend the real estate that you have out. Overall, my experience with CMEG has been pretty good. I did have a day where I was actively day trading. I was up around $400 or $500, and I did rack up around $180 in commissions. Now, that's probably trading more than most people would be doing. It is quite a few trades that I ended up doing that day. It was mainly to try to get used to the platform. I knew that I was going to be burning a lot of money on commissions, but I was jumping in and out of trades, trading around, trying different hotkeys, going short on some stocks and covering, and it was very accurate, very quick. Never had any slow moments where it was difficult to jump in or out of trades. As long as the volume was there, it's very easy and very quick. Otherwise, if you guys are looking for a offshore broker to get around the pattern day trade rule, that's probably the main reason that you're looking into a CMEG account. I would recommend it. I would be very careful on the amount of money that you initially invest to make sure that if you're not used to commissions, that commissions aren't going to eat away at your account. I would make sure that if you are kind of a new trader, they do have this option for the training down here. You can change this to a training account, change this to a training account, and it gives you $25,000 of basically paper money that you can try out some new methods, seeing how you want to trade. But this is a good account for small accounts. This is a good broker for small accounts, and I would recommend it to people that have a good grasp on what they're doing, want to get into the day trading, want to skirt around that PDT rule. Like I said, I'm mainly on Thinkorswim at this time, mainly for the zero commissions. It's a lot easier just to do swing trades in a zero commission account and be able to size in and size out appropriately without worrying about jumping into a trade, jumping out, and then just kind of racking the commissions up. For day trading, however, I would really recommend a CMEG or Sterling Pro account, whether just a direct access broker. That way, your fills are what you expect them to be. There's minimal slippage. But anyways, that's all I have at this time. Those are some pros and cons for the CMEG Sterling Pro. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you've had any of these problems, if I skipped over anything, or if you'd like me to dive in a little bit deeper. I know this is just kind of an overview at this time. But let me know what you think down in the description, or excuse me, down in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next video.